I heard the girls like ASMR. Hi, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are new, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I want to talk about 2024. I know we are in February. We are about a month and some change in. Congratulations, you've made it. Now, there are a few things that I want to discuss because last year I made a video about how you can change your life by creating an alter ego. And in this video, it goes over how to become the best version of yourself. Basically, we go over each different parts of your life, whether that be career, looks, anything, family life, what your home environment looks like, and then you go and put pictures in each slide. Now, I'm a year in. I've done my own personal version of this. And I want to give you an update on how that has gone for me. I mean, it's been going great. Last year, I really took time on doing a lot of the internal work. The hustle never stops. You'll never be done with the internal work. Essentially, just getting to a place where you are okay with being self aware, working on those things. Life happens. Well, it's just a never ending journey. You're going to be in your body forever. So, I mean, until you expire here on earth. That's a different story. Today, I did want to talk about 8 subjects also that my intentions are for 2024, and I feel that would help you out very well too. I want to circle back to my video that I made, right? My slide, becoming the best version of yourself. I focused a lot on how to cultivate a certain energy for myself. And it's really weird because when I was looking in one direction in my life and focusing a lot on it, I wasn't really getting the yielding the results that I wanted to get. But different parts of my life started to really come into fruition. Like last year, I was working a lot on my looks and I went to the gym every day. Well, not every day, that's a lie. I went to the gym. I cut out sugar. I cut out a good amount of alcohol. And let me tell you something, that's kind of a huge deal, okay? That's a huge deal for me because, in my early 20s, I was a girl that liked to I was a girl that liked to have fun.
Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside!
And that did involve having a lot of sugar and but now I have transitioned to drinking carbonated water and just been vibing, reading, learning about myself, learning to really love being by myself and not going out because I have FOMO. You want to go out, you want to have fun, but I feel like for me, when I was having FOMO, what made me stay home and focus on other things, which I'm not saying erase your social life or going out completely, but I'm saying that for me, I found reaffirming with myself that if I go out, I know I'm going to drink. And then one drink will lead to another, and then in the morning I will feel terrible. And then it will really mess up my week because then I wouldn't, the whole day or a whole 2 days, I'm recuperating. It does a hard reset on everything that I have worked towards. So I just kind of stopped drinking altogether and focusing on my health. Now, thank you for listening to my little story about how I've been. Let's find out some ways through these 8 subjects. Let's apply these 8 subjects or topic subjects for you to see how much more aligned your 2024 vision will be. Okay, so I want to start off with number 1, which is being obviously intentional with your time. So I'm learning a lot about how time is a non renewable resource. Money is renewable. You can get money at any time. You can go outside and ask someone for $5. You can get that. And if you are very determined, you can keep asking people for $5 right here and there and that. See, money can be replenished. Money is always at your fingertips. It's disposable, but your time is not. And if you're lucky, you get maybe 90 years of it. So your prime time, what are you doing? Scrolling, doom scrolling. And you know what? I'm not calling you out. This was definitely me. I definitely was, and sometimes do find myself just scrolling for no reason. And to what point? I don't know. I continue to scroll, and my day, before I know it, has gone, and I have not done anything. And in a world that really capitalizes off our time and our productivity, I feel like it's an honorable mention that you don't need to be productive 24/7, okay? You don't always need to be productive, but being intentional with your time means making a to-do list. I am a fan of to-do lists because I'm very bad at waking up and remembering what I need to do. So the night before, like the next day, I will go in bed and I will think about all the things that I need to be done for tomorrow. I might not even finish them all, but as long as I got a few things off that list, I feel so good and it gives me more juice to continue to make lists. Okay. And you know what? People that make lists are not better than the next person. Okay. It's just how I function, that's how I work. And it just gives me a total dopamine rush to know that I completed a few things throughout the day. Okay. It could be as small as making the bed, just feeling like I am an active member in my life and really taking the reins of my life. And sometimes that's through a to do list. But I'm not randomly just putting things on my to do list. I think that it's very vital to make a very long list. Doesn't need to be very long, but a list of all your desires of 2024. Now, this is what I did, okay? I'll put you on some game here. Probably not the first time you've heard it, and I'm definitely not the original creator of this idea, but it's definitely been passed around from personal development person to the next, okay? And it's something that I've also cultivated into my life, and I found it to be very useful to me. So, you make a list of all the things that you desire in your life. Be very transparent, be honest. Nobody is looking, just you, okay? So, get in that journal. I desire a new car. I desire a high paying job. I desire a certain body goal. I desire whatever you want to think of, a great partner. And so, with those desires, you want to break down into the next page what steps that you'll take that will get you to that desire. Let's say you desire a new car. Okay, next page. What will you do to get that new car? Well, that's going to take some resources like money. So, invest. I don't know. I'm just being very generic in the way that I answer this because it's very up to the person and the circumstances. But let's say something a little bit more relatable, like in my life, I want to hit a certain goal in my weight. I put down ways that I can do that by drinking a whole bunch of water, getting enough rest, exercising 30 minutes each day. And that's like a daily task. I have weekly tasks, quarterly tasks. Yeah, anyways, we'll get to that here in a second. So, anyways, just write down everything that you will do in order to take steps towards that goal weight, right? And then break your goals down into daily tasks, weekly tasks, and then monthly tasks, even an annual task. That's what I did. And then once you've broken everything down, go back to what you will do every single day. Put that on your to do list. Number two, we need to take people off pedestals. Put ourselves on the pedestals. And no, this is not saying that we are looking above everyone else and we are going to put ourselves in a position where we're narcissistic or whatever. No, it's about stop putting people's good qualities so much in front of them as a person to where you're blinded by the truths of who they are. Like, let's say you have a partner and you put them on a pedestal and you're always getting disappointed by them, or you have a job, you're putting the job on a pedestal and you are not getting paid enough and you're getting burnt out all the time. Stop putting them on a pedestal. Put yourself on a pedestal and really think about what works for you and go from there. When I stopped putting people on a pedestal, it made me feel more comfortable within myself. I don't know why I naturally did this. Mentally, whenever I met somebody, I put them up there. And then I would have to appease them. My people pleasing would really start to go into overdrive. Number three is practicing detachment and working on your independence. So, this is coming from someone who has been very codependent all of her life. And I see this as a major flaw in me because this will have me winding up in unfavorable situations because I don't want to be alone. That can be dangerous because not everybody deserves your time and energy or emotion or to be around you. This is how you build value is by learning to be by yourself. I'm not saying to isolate yourself, okay? Come on, use your brain. You know what I mean. But not being with people because you're afraid to be alone. This is where your power really starts to grow and becomes more defined. I started going out on dates by myself. At first, I thought that was such a corny idea. Like, why are you going out by yourself? Do you not have friends? What is it? But then I started to understand this feeling of just being in love with my presence and not having to share that with someone. And then once you start to really value the energy that you have, the peace of mind, the peace in general, you don't want just anybody to come and muddy up that feeling. No. So going on these dates by myself made me realize, hey, I'm setting the standard and the bar kind of high for myself. I'm going to these 5-star restaurants by myself, not expecting anything of it, but just showing myself a good time. So dating myself basically and understanding what I like. And also some other things that I've done is gifting myself roses every week. Because you know why? Because I love roses and they make me happy. And getting myself gifts every week. You want to know why? Because they make me happy. And doing little things for myself that I would expect my partner, when the time is right, to allow that into my life. Getting used to that type of treatment from myself so that once a time comes, it's not like, oh my God, this person did this for me. And, like setting the bar a little bit higher. Okay. This is from a ex pick Misha. Okay. Oh, the things that I've done for the sake of just having someone around me. Oh, y'all would laugh. Y'all would laugh. Y'all would laugh. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about really falling in love with our presence and not just settling to be in the presence of others just so that we're not alone. Number four is removing any obstacles or challenging beliefs that go against what you want for your 2024. This can also mean stop listening to your music that tells you about how you're broke or anything that's just so against what you're going for. Let's say you want to have a boyfriend that treats you so amazing and treats you like a queen, but then you turn around and listen to sad songs about how this man did you dirty and he cheated on you with 3 girls and now you got a STD and now this is your favorite song and now you can't stop listening to it and now it's become a subconscious programming. I might have fabricated what was being said in the song, but you know what I mean. Like you're listening to sad music, you are resonating at a level of sadness or anger or just a wavelength that is not an alignment with what you want for your life. Stop doing that. Also, you know what I find myself doing sometimes? Ruminating. Oh, I hate that. I'm such a deep thinker sometimes that one thought will lead to another thought will lead to another thought and bam, now I'm thinking about how in 3rd grade I got made fun of. That is going to be no more. We're going to change our thought patterns, okay? So when you find yourself thinking about something negative, I'm going to need you to think about 10 more positive things after that because it's something along the lines of if you, for one negative thought, it's going to take like three positive thoughts to I guess like balance out that thought. Ideally the whole purpose of changing your belief system is to make life more favorable for you and create less resistance for what you want in your life. Stop thinking this is why things happen to me or I never get this or That's why there are no good men left, or I'm not losing any weight. And there's just so much negatively charged words that you're saying. Of course, if you knew your power when it comes to creating your reality, you would know better than to not say those things. Come on now. If you knew you saying that's exactly why I keep getting the short end of the stick, if you knew the power, yeah, of course you're going to get the short end of the stick. You are literally manifesting it into your life as you speak. Now, if you start saying things like, I know this was a learning experience. I know something better is on the horizon. I'm glad that I got this experience. Now I know how to deal with it. The next time something similar happens, I'll be more prepared. And it's just really a major shift in the way that you see challenges versus being a victim. There's no growth and being a victim. You can't it's like the slowest and most painful type of growth when you keep bouncing back and forth from victim mindset to wanting to do something better for your life, but you keep telling yourself these negative things. Come on. Come on. I believe that all it takes is a simple just I'm not saying it's easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. It will take time because how long did it take you to really get these thoughts just permanently playing in the background? Oh, I'm not enough. Oh, I'm not enough. Oh, I'm not enough. And if you have that playing for 10 years plus, it's going to take a while to change those thoughts. And then I guess I can follow that up with 5, which is being kinder to yourself. Being kinder to yourself. Me, ooh, again, with that ruminating, I will think about all the things that I could have done right, but you're just beating yourself up and you're wasting your energy going back into the future when you could be creating something better for the future. Joe Dispenza said it himself that you keep going to the record of the past when you could be making a future. So, creating a future, the future is the unknown. So, the more energy you put into what could be in the future versus going back and replaying the same things, you're only going to keep harboring the same things, keep getting the same results. So be kind to yourself for your past mistakes. You only did what you thought would be the best for you in that time. So now that you've gathered more information about who you are and your life experiences have taught you so much more, be kinder to yourself. Okay? We're all learning. You wouldn't tell a toddler, you wouldn't tell a baby that has fell on the ground to try harder. You're not doing anything. Do better. You don't do that. You know what you do. You be gentle. You're gentle because we're all learning. Everything is a learning experience. Number 6 is to give yourself more compliments than usual. Let me tell you what I did in my house. Okay, so I just moved into my apartment and I put mirrors all around. I have mirrors everywhere because I really truly do believe that the more that you are acquainted with what you look like, the more comfortable in this in your skin that you are. And that's just how I perceive things. Everyone has their own way of perceiving themselves, but for me my looks are pretty important. Call me vain, but whenever I pass by a mirror, I always tell myself, you're doing such a great job. You're doing amazing. I love you. Or even when it comes to doing even the tiny things, just like doing a little happy dance for doing the laundry, or just like patting myself on the back for making myself breakfast. Okay. Maybe even giving yourself a golden star. Okay. In the past, if you told me to do this, I would laugh at you. You're supposed to be doing these things. But dang, life can really kick your sometimes. It really can. And so having someone tell you you're doing a good job is so validating. And when it comes from yourself is even more validating. So give yourself compliments more than usual. Your eyes look so cute today. Oh my God, work, 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 work. Your hair looks so good. Wow, you smell amazing today. Did you shower? Oh, okay, okay. And you know what? you don't need to say these things out loud. You don't need to tell people what you're happy about or your accomplishments, these tiny accomplishments. It could be between you, yourself, and yourself. Okay. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. Okay, and then also want to follow that up with mirror gazing. Okay, I love, love, love looking at myself in the mirror. You don't know why? Because growing up, I was bullied. Hi. I was bullied, and being the only black. Hello. Okay, and I hate that it goes back to also what we look like, but race. Being the only black girl, being the only African girl in your class every single time. Okay, there'll be some times where it'll be like another minority, or I don't know, I just felt so out of place and I'd always be teased for my facial features. And so I've really gone out of my way to build myself up and really familiarize myself with my own beauty. And in a world where everything is Eurocentric, I hate to go back to this, but it's true. And it sucks. And I even hate bringing up these things, to be honest. When it comes to wanting to be picked, pick me, growing up in high school or middle school or even elementary school, wanting to have that attention and validation from your peers, it's very hard when everyone looks at you like you're different. Okay, it just is. Okay, and I'm not trying to say woe is me. That's not the story here. But once you start to really admire yourself, it just does something different. Okay, it just hits different. Okay. So, a lot of mirror gazing, telling myself that I love myself and affirming that I am no matter what. Point blank, period. Confidence is an inside job, and I feel that mirror gazing has played a big part of it. There are times where I've felt completely detached from myself in the worst ways, but I sat in front of my vanity, I looked at myself in the eyes, I did a little bit of hypnotic eye gazing, and oh my God, I found myself again. And all it took was really sitting with myself and affirming with myself, familiarizing myself with who I am, not letting my thoughts get in the way, but by affirming who I am to myself, speaking life into myself. That was just reassuring. And I really feel that also if you want to be a different person, you do that through the mirror. You look at your actions. You can even do it by recording yourself. Like, let's say you want to be someone that's more confident. Okay. Look in the mirror and just 3, 2, 1, cut. Start acting as if you're confident and see it with your eyes. Seeing is believing, right? Isn't that what they say? See with your eyes how confident you look and watch how that actually translates into your everyday life. Okay? Last but not least, this is for the girls. I'm done taking advice from men. And I mean that in the kindest way possible. There are a lot of inspirational books, okay, by men. And I'm not trying to be misogynistic, all right? But when it comes to the 5 a.m. Club or Atomic Habits, they do have great pieces of advice in there. Don't get me wrong. But once you become a mother, or if you are a mother, or if you are a woman that has a period or a cycle, you know that waking up at 5 a.m. when you need to rest on your period, or if you're pregnant, or whatever womanly things happen to you, it's like, and then you beat yourself up for it because you're like, well, this person is doing it. Why am I not doing it? I feel that it's even more detrimental and causes way more cortisol for women to be waking up at 5 a.m. And you know what happens to a woman with cortisol? Ugh. I'm just saying, our hormones play such a big part of who we are, how we integrate into the world around us. And I think that we should start relying more on information from women, being familiar with your cycle and scheduling your life around your cycle versus taking advice from a man, because a man's hormones are completely different from a woman's. A man's hormones, he wakes up, his testosterone rises, it spikes, and then it goes down. That's his whole cycle, is just a day. But for a woman, it's 28 days. I think that's right. So that's what I mean. Also, if you read men are from Mars, women are from Venus, you know that we are completely different in the way that we operate, okay? So when a man tells you a piece of advice, okay, take it with the, what's that saying? Whatever. You know what I mean. And I think it's also important to note that you shouldn't just listen to like a woman 100% or a man 100%. I feel that it's very important for you to piece together um your own thoughts and conclusions and do your research. Research is important. Anyways, I hope you found value in this video today. It's been so long since I made a video, and I feel like I'm just back into this groove. I don't know, I did this so effortlessly. And if you haven't noticed, my energy has been a lot calmer. You want to know why? Inner work. I was looking at my past videos and I was just so anxious and frantic. You could tell. You can play pretend for a long time. Making it till you make it does have its impacts, but when it comes down to it, yeah. It was a pleasure having you here. If you found this helpful in any way, any manner, please please subscribe. And if you are interested in watching more of my videos, I will, I'll be around. I'll be right. Keep your eyes and ears peeled, okay? I'll be around. I've really just been enjoying not putting pressure on myself. It feels good. And you get the relaxed version of me this way. You like it? So I'll see you guys around. I hope your 2024 has been great so far. Set those intentions. Be amazing. Drink your water. Yeah, you know the spiel. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.